Thank you for purchasing a Coffey rowing simulator. Here's what the Sculling simulator looks like when assembled. In the box, you'll find the parts needed to set up your machine. The parts included are the oar handles, the seat, 2 rigger arms, and the body of the machine. The unlabeled foot stretcher may also be referred to as the stern. Under the main body, there's a large compartment that houses what is referred to as the flywheel. The rigger arms have a P or S written on their yoke plates. P stands for port and S stands for starboard. Machine orientation. The flywheel end corresponds to the bow of the boat and the foot stretchers to the stern. When sitting on the machine, the port rigger is on the right and the starboard rigger is on the left. The foot stretcher and an NK speed coach wire harness come already attached to the machine when it arrives. The 2 rigger arms will have at their bases triangular-shaped flat metal pieces, onto which will later hold the yokes in place. These are the yoke plates. At the top of the rigger arm will be the oar locks, which will hold the oar handles in place. Also included in your sculling simulator is a small bottle of green oil, 2 Allen wrenches, a 1/2-inch open box wrench, 2 rigger clamps with T-handles, 2 feathering cams with bungee cords attached, and a packet of assembly instructions. Now identify and separate the port and starboard riggers and their corresponding yokes. Under each rigger arm are black plastic pulleys. Above the pulleys are curved metal pieces. These are the pulley cord keepers. The pulley cord keepers will face the foot stretcher or stern. You can now install the seat. From above, the seat is shaped like the letter B. When placing the seat on the machine, be sure that the bumps of the B face the bow of the machine. On either side of the seat there are metal keepers, which hook under a ledge of black plastic sticking on either side of the center rails. When properly installed, the seat will slide with ease back and forth. Slide the seat towards the bow to allow easier installation of the rigger arms. This picture is a close-up of the rigger attachment points on either side of the machine just before the foot stretcher near the stern end. Point A is an insertion point for the rigger pin. Point B will already have a bolt in it. These bolts will need to be removed in order to attach the arms. In the center is a weld spot made as a result of the manufacturing process. Point C has another bolt. This bolt may stay in place. Point D is a threaded hole that accepts either one of 2 rigger clamps referred to earlier. You may now want to disassemble the T-handles from the rigger clamps to make this next part a little easier. Now, thread the bolts of the rigger clamp as shown into point D. Use the open box wrench to tighten. Now replace the clamp, washers, and T-handle back onto the bolt as shown in the picture, with the L-shaped metal piece facing the machine. Don't over-tighten the T-handle. Allow the L piece to hang down so that you have room to attach the rigger arm. Now align the correct rigger arm with the points along the side of the machine. The short rigger pin should fit into point A, and an opening at the other end will fit over the bolt head at point C. The arm will be heavy and you should support it with one hand while attaching. Turn the L-shaped metal piece so that it covers the edge of the rigger arm as shown in the photo. Tighten the T-handle to help hold up the rigger arm. Now you can replace the bolt you removed earlier into point B. Use one of the Allen wrenches to tighten this bolt. You may need to move the arm back and forth a little to align the hole in the rigger arm with the hole at point B. The rigger arm is designed to allow for this. There is no need to over-tighten this bolt. Use the same steps to attach the other arm. Now you can attach the yokes to the metal yoke plates on each of the arms. Be sure that you are putting the correct yoke with the correct side. In the metal yoke plates there should be 3 flathead bolts. Remove these bolts and squeeze the yoke firmly onto the yoke plate. Once that is done, you can replace the 3 flathead bolts into the top of the yoke. Use one of the Allen wrenches to tighten these bolts. Do the same to each rigger arm. Now you are ready to feed the drive cords through the pulley cord keepers. The drive cords are black fiber cords that have formed loops at their ends and come looped over a part of the foot stretcher. The drive cords will come out of the stern end of the machine body, just before the foot stretcher and will already be on their respective sides. Remove one of the drive cords from the foot stretcher and feed it through the rigger's pulley cord keeper on the same side. Once the drive cord is through the keeper, you loop the end over a stainless steel washer stud on the top surface of the metal yoke plate. The drive cord needs to slide into the groove along the edge of the yoke, so you can either push the cord into place or pull the yoke toward the stern until it slides into place. Once you have done that with both sides, you can put the oar handles together. The oar handles come in two pieces, a black metal tube with 4 small holes and a silver aluminum tube with a small button in the middle and a soft grip at one end. By depressing the small button on the silver handle, you can slide the silver piece into the black tube until the button rises in one of the holes on the black tube. Make sure both the oar handles have the same button position. These holes are there to allow you to adjust the length of the oar handle, or what is known as the inboard. Lengthening your oar will make the resistance feel lighter, while inversely, shortening will cause each stroke to feel heavier. Once both of your oar handles are together, you can put them into the oar locks. Notice that the end of the handle, as shown in the photo, has a threaded opening. Insert the end into an oar lock. It doesn't matter which handle goes into which oar lock. Once you place the oar handle into the oar lock, line up the bolt of the feathering cam to the hole in the end of the oar handle. Use the open end box wrench to fasten this bolt into the handle. It may be easier to just hold the wrench on the nut and turn the oar handle to tighten. Place a small drop of the green oil on the edges of the white plastic feathering cam, and also under the chain link that is hanging over the end of the bolt in the feathering cam attachment. Do this same procedure with each rigger. The bungee cord attached to the feathering cam will already be tied to the base of the rigger arm. This video shows you how to tie the same knot if necessary. You are now done assembling your Coffey sculling simulator. You can adjust the foot stretcher to the desired length by loosening the ball knobs on either side, lifting the foot stretcher, and moving it toward the bow or stern. Once you have it at the appropriate distance, drop it back into place, making sure that the holes along the edge of the foot stretcher fit over the pegs along both rails. Then retighten the ball knobs. The toe clamp is a metal crossbar that rests in the middle of the foot stretcher. In the center of the crossbar is a button. When you push this button down, it releases a mechanism which holds the tow bar in place. With the button depressed, you can slide the tow bar up and down. The foot stretcher has 2 nylon straps used to hold your heels. The straps have pre-cut holes along them to allow for adjusting the heel position. There are 2 ball knobs at the top of the foot stretcher which hold the straps in place. To adjust the heel position, undo the knobs and move the straps to their desired position and replace the knobs. If you have also purchased Coffey floats, which give the sculling simulator a reel-on-the-water feel, the rowing machine will mount as shown, with its rubber feet fitting into the springs on either end of the floats. Above the tow bar is a wire harness mount for an NK speed coach. If you wish to store your sculling simulator, the first thing you need to do is detach the drive cords from the stainless steel studs on each of the rigger arms. It is easiest to do this if you pull the drive cord out of the groove where it rests first. There is no need to do anything more with the drive cord, you can just let it drop. Once the drive cord is off, you can secure the oar handle in place using the thumb screw on the bottom of the yoke. If you look under the rigger arm, there will be a small hole into which the thumb screw will fit. Pull the oar handle back until the last of the flathead screws shows from under the rigger arm. In that position, you should be able to turn the thumb screw on the underside of the yoke into place. Do these last 2 steps with both sides. Once that is done, loosen the T-handle on the machine until the L-shaped metal piece can be swung down and out of the way. The rigger arm will now be free to move back toward the bow. Swing the rigger arm back toward the bow. If you look at the side of the flywheel compartment under the machine, you will see an opening that allows the yoke to fit inside. The rigger arm may need to pivot downward to fit into the opening. The machine is designed to do this. Fold both arms back in this fashion. The machine will now look like this. The machine comes with 2 wheels attached to the base under the flywheel. Pick up the stern of the Coffey simulator so that the underside is facing you and tilt away from you. Now you can kick out the wheels on both sides and gently tilt the machine toward you again. It may be easiest to do this one wheel at a time. When you're done moving the machine, you should push the wheels back under the machine to stand it on end. For adjusting the resistance of the machine, there is also a damper handle on the port side of the flywheel base. It can slide back and forth. It has a 30-degree range of motion for light to heavy pressure adjustment. Thanks very much for getting a Coffey sculling simulator. Please get a hold of us if you have any questions.